This is Rally Monte Carlo, the most legendary asphalt location the World Rally Championship has ever seen. Quick note for setting the 2023 cars. Just move the springs and anti-roll bar sliders as many clicks left or right as I move them for the 2024 car, and vice versa. What better way to start the year than with Rally Monte Carlo? So to be prepared for this location, you'll need to set your car's alignment as follows. Minus 0.4 toe out for the front wheels, which will help with cornering, and plus 0.8 toe in for the rear wheels for more stable corner drive outs, which is exactly what you'll need on Monte. For the camber angles, since asphalt is such a grippy surface, the deformation of the tires is higher than on dirt or snow, even at lower speeds. So to combat these deformations and create a full contact patch between the tires and the road when cornering, you'll need minus 2.63 degrees of front camber and minus 2.25 degrees of rear camber. To be able to maintain a clean and stable line throughout the corners, you need a perfect differential setup. For the driving lock, high lock values are not really necessary because asphalt offers enough grip in the first place, and second, Monte Carlo is full of tight turns, so a higher lock will only induce more understeer, making the car hard to turn. For the braking lock, as always, just 1 or 2 clicks open than the driving lock, so when you're off the throttle, your car can turn more easily when initiating the corner. And for the preload, you need an extra rotation when entering a corner, so your rear end can shoot you out of it as easily and fast as possible. If you feel like losing control because of too much oversteering, just crank up these values a bit and see how it goes. But personally, I like a bit more oversteer approach when it comes to cornering on asphalt. Since racing on asphalt is mostly smooth, with no big bumps and jumps, no potholes or anything that could make the car fly, setting the dampers is kinda easy. You want to maximize stability, so this means stiffening the slow bump up to +3, the fast bump to +4, and the bump division can be set to a lower value, so the slightly bigger bumps will be transferred as a fast bump. This will help because we're gonna be running on the minimum ground clearance, but we'll get to that in a bit. And finally, the rebound as well, we're looking for maximum stability, so +3 works best. Setting everything on +5 will make the car too rigid or static. And since we're racing on the same roads where thousands of cars and trucks pass every day, we cannot expect to have the same conditions as we would on a racetrack where, we could just set everything on +5 and be good to go.
Hey, did you know that Nox has started memberships on his channel?
Oh wow, so what?
I mean, it has an offer like never seen before. No, really, you can ask for customized tuning setups.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you sign up as chief engineer, you can tell him the location and the car you're struggling with, and he will make you a tuning setup and help you with any other adjustments.
No way!
Plus, you will get early access to WRC1 and WRC2 setups before they make it to YouTube, and a growing collection of tuning setups for various cars in various locations.
But this is also included for the engineer level, right?
Yes, you're right. So what you waiting for? The braking force on Monte Carlo can be set at around 3700 Nm because other than a few straights on a few stages, everything else is just turns. This way you won't be braking too much and lose your flow around the corners. The brake bias can be set more to the front wheels, since as mentioned above, the overall speed of most of the tracks is not that high, so you don't have to worry about overloading the front wheels and making them lock. If we make a comparison with the Central European rally setup, which is exactly the opposite of Monte, you can see higher braking force and a lower percentage in the braking bias for the front wheels. In case you missed it, you can click on the top right corner to go watch it. As for the handbrake, I've maxed out the force here, because the goal is still the same: overcome the asphalt grip of the rear wheels and rotate the car as fast and sharp as possible for those tight U-turns and acute hairpins. Like I said in the braking tab, Monte is full of turns, so this means that you want to maximize the acceleration. This can only mean one thing, and that is a very short final drive, almost to the minimum value. The first 3 gears are pretty short to help the car maintain that aggressive acceleration, while the 4th and 5th are gradually longer to allow for higher speeds on those mostly straight stages like the legendary On Sale or La Yaris. Finally, we arrive in the springs tab, where, without any hesitation, we're gonna slam the car as low as possible to get the best performance and stability. To increase even more the stability, stiffen the spring rate 7 clicks to the right, because as said in the damping tab, asphalt is pretty smooth, with no crazy bumps or anything that could hit the car and make you lose control. Last but not least, to minimize the body roll, stiffen the anti-roll bars with as many clicks as you see here, and voila, you have the best setup for Monte Carlo YouTube has ever seen. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe and click the bell icon so you won't miss any future videos. Go watch my entire collection of setup guides here and let me know in the comments below on which place you ended up after applying my setup. See you on the track, bye bye!